All of us have a huge stake in our schools.
The state of our schools, 2019. Overcrowded classrooms, troubling graduation rates. Even a teacher's strike. But despite all of that, there are what we call school standouts, amazing teachers devoted to their kids.
How would you guys describe Z? Passionate.
And students setting new standards for excellence.
He took a look at my arms. He's like, yep, you're a thrower.
Today, we'll meet some of these school standouts.
I love being a teacher because
like this Teacher of the Year, or this young athlete who's overcoming incredible challenges, or a prep school working to turn lives around. Fox 11 News In Depth starts right now. Hello, everyone. I'm Hal Eisner. We've certainly heard plenty of bad over the years. Today, though, we focus on what's good, particularly what's good about our schools. Here at Fox 11, we've created a new station-wide initiative called School Standouts. Students, teachers, administrators, parents making a difference. So grab a pen and paper, and we'll tell you how to nominate your school standout, something we're proud to showcase at a time when our schools have had their hands full. The year begins with a strike. LA teachers demanding more pay, smaller class sizes, and more school counselors. That leaves the school district asking, where's the money?
It's no secret the district right now is spending more money than it takes in.
Once again, LAUSD is spreading lies and misinformation.
Somehow, both sides overcome years of mistrust to reach an agreement.
This fight is just beginning. This is not an ending point.
There are celebrations, but a few months later, Measure EE to provide more funding for that new contract is overwhelmingly voted down, leaving Mayor Eric Garcetti speechless.
When a child facing
But Teacher of the Year Joe Sekolah is anything but speechless. He can't stop talking about his kids.
every single day I get to see young people getting better, becoming incredible, realizing how awesome they are.
And things are looking good to valedictorian Damian Lester.
She said, by the way, you're #1 in your graduation class, right? I'm like, really? I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Despite all the troubles, strikes, class sizes, there are indeed standouts in our schools.
Not the girl with cerebral palsy, but the girl who never gave up.
As we all know, there's plenty of bad news out there. You could say, in a way, I'm in the bad news business, at least some of the time. Today, we're talking about the good stuff, really good stuff, with my good friend and colleague, Megan Colorasi. And you see her every day on Good Day LA here on Fox 11. She's spearheaded many of the school standout stories you're seeing. And Megan, this is really quite the project. Could you, just to get started, what is this project? What's it all about? How'd you get this idea?
Well, I'm the daughter of a teacher in Garden Grove. She's retired now, but my mom was a teacher who changed kids' lives. I still get people reaching out to me to say what a difference my mom made in their lives. So one day in our meeting, we said, when I was in high school, it was so cool to be noticed by the community, whether it was in the OC Register or on your local TV channel. I'm like, why don't we highlight young people making a difference in schools, and the teachers and the parents and the volunteers that go around it? And why not? Why not do something joyful, something positive? And I watched her open there, and tears, because these people impact my life, and watching how much of a difference they make and who they are. They're just cool people.
So we're going to tell people exactly how they can nominate people. But before we do that, how have you found some of the people that we've showcased so far?
Good old-fashioned online digging research. It started out as that because they said, why don't you do one? Let's see how the first one goes. And the first person I did is here today, so Kendall. And so do one and see how that goes. And then I slowly started digging and looking, and I found another one. And you're seeing here, Gail Myers is a mom who started a heart screening in Dana Point. I read about it in the local paper in Dana Point, and I said, this story needs to be told. And there's Ezago, and he's just a dynamic kid who is doing great things in sport. And, Christina, I look at them, I feel a part of them, and I just started snowballing and rolling. And then people started seeing him and submitting people to be nominated. And it's such an honor to call these people and say, I want to highlight you. And they always say, what's the catch? And I'm like, there's no catch. The catch is, I'm doing a good piece on you. There's no gotcha moment. There's no aha. It's sort of just highlighting people who do amazing things.
I've seen some of the work you've done. It really is extraordinary, and we're going to see some of that this half hour. We're going to mention this a couple of times this half hour, so please take notes. You can nominate a student, a teacher, a school or an administrator by doing this. Take a look.
First, open your web browser and go to the URL fox11schoolstandouts.com. There you will find everything you need to nominate your school standout. Just click the link and it will take you to the nomination form. Once you're done, just tap the submit button.
And so let's take a look at that address again here, because I think that's going to be helpful. It is fox11schoolstandouts.com.
You could do it that way. A lot of people direct message me on Instagram and social media. Social media has changed the game because once someone sees it online, they instantly reach out. And trust me, I read every one. And now we're getting to a point where there's so much good. I literally go to my bosses, my executive producers, or managing editor, and say, I got more. And I'm only one person, so it's becoming this mission where every Thursday in the 8 a.m. hour on Good Day LA, Tony McEwing and Roxy look at me and they're like, is this the time? I'm like, this is the time. And they say, we love these pieces. We love them here as a group.
Yeah.
And it's a joy. It's not work. This is not
they're wonderful.
work.
They're wonderful. And again, as we pointed out, they're good news.
Mm-hmm.
They're good news, and Lord knows we could use a lot of that.
Yep.
The more the better. So again, we'll continue to tell you how to submit. We're going to introduce you to some people. There are many kids and teachers out there doing special things and standing out from the crowd, and we want to find all of you. So far, we've found some of you.
Standing at 6'8", high school senior Wes Burton is quite an impressive young man. Jeez, stand up. Let's go. Wait, that's 6'8". Let's go back to back. I mean, dude, and how long is your wingspan? She's got spirit. She's definitely got moves. My cardio, you're making me sweat. And she's literally taking care of our kids' hearts and souls. You say a word.
Vicissitudes.
Chances are, Dina Miranda knows how to spell it.
Vicissitudes. Yeah.
That is quite the word. Just a reminder, if you want to nominate someone as a school standout, go to fox11schoolstandouts.com. You'll find a video there. It explains everything. Just click on the nominations link and then fill out the form. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to Fox 11 News in Depth. Today, during this program, we're introducing you to school standouts like this young lady, Kendall Steer.
Hi, my name is Kendall Steer. I'm 17. I go to Saddlebug Valley Christian, and I'm a 3-time All-American and state and national champion.
You heard her. She's a gold medalist, a CIF champ, a varsity athlete, and she also holds the state record in the shot put. Let's just say this girl is on fire. This girl is on fire! And if that wasn't enough, this 4.0 All-American high school senior is college-bound. Clearly, there's nothing that can stop Kendall Steer, not even cerebral palsy, a neurological disorder that impairs your motor function.
I commonly heard this phrase, like, if you have a disability, you can't live a complete life. And to those people, I would like to say that, while it's closed some doors, it's opened much, much more.
And now joining us in studio, Kendall Steer, her sister Madison, twin sister, by the way, and her mom, Shannon, and Megan Colorado.
I'm still here, Hal.
Yeah, you are. And you know what? I know that these stories touch you. And there's something particular. First of all, I want to know from you, how does it feel to be named a Fox 11 school standout?
Oh, I can't even imagine. Like, I was just 4 years ago, just a freshman, just starting up, having no idea what a shot put was, and now I'm sitting here. I still can't believe it.
Pretty wonderful. We're glad to have you here. And Megan, this story touched you.
Well, this is my first story. I feel like it's my baby. I gave birth to this baby. This is the initial school standout. And when I reached out to Shannon to say, can I talk to your daughter about how amazing she is? She goes, well, I have 2 daughters, and they're both amazing. And I said, yes, they are. And then on top of that, Shannon goes, I'm the coach, too. And it all came together. And she's one of the first para-athletes, in the state of California. And I look at you, and I'm so proud of you. And ever since that aired about 3 months ago, still kept in touch. They retweet. The School Standouts are so supportive of this initiative and the show, and I'm just so proud of you and proud of Shannon, too.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to be left out of this. I'm proud of you, too. But you know what? What you've done is really quite the accomplishment. And I think that it's interesting that you had cerebral palsy from birth. It doesn't affect, it doesn't continue to degrade, right?
Right.
It stays at a certain level. It affects part of your body, but you have never let it slow you down.
Nope. I've wanted to be in sports, and track and field in high school allowed me to be in sports with my sister. And
that was part of it, wasn't it? That
yes.
You wanted to be with your sister, who
Yes.
was also in track and field. And so the two of you run together?
I would run and she would throw, so we always joke. I'm the legs that get us there, and she's the arms that keep us strong.
You guys drive each other? You motivate each other?
Oh, 100%. We're very competitive with each other. And
we like to tease each other, all that good stuff.
Mom, I guess you're pretty proud of your daughters.
I'm so proud. Yeah, I mean, I became a coach out of necessity. At our high school, they just said, you know, we don't have a coach, we don't have any money for this, we don't have any time for this, and I said, I'll take it on. And I did it the right way because I had mentors, I think, that were in USA Track and Field who really showed me the right way to do it. And so, yeah, I'm proud to have my part in this.
Now, the 2028 Olympics are coming up, and there are Paralympics as well. And I know that's something you have dreams about, right? You'd really like to be in that?
You know, it would be a dream, but I have a passion and love for advocating for para sports, adaptive sports, just as equally as I do as maybe being in the Paralympics. So just being here right now and being able to talk about it I've already reached some of my biggest dreams already.
I want to ask your mom one quick question. We only have less than a minute. I just want you to explain to us what the obstacles are to trying to get to the point that she might be able to be included in the Paralympics in 2028?
Well, I mean, practice. You have to work hard every single day, and you have to be world ranked. And all of these things are very challenging. But what I'd like to happen in Los Angeles, as we are hosting the Olympics and the Paralympics in 2028, is have collegiate play. So right now we did high school, that was wonderful, but there's no place really in college. I'd like to invite Pac-12 to amend their track and field constitution and allow for para athletes to score points in NCAA championships.
It sounds like it's a tall order at this point, but 2028 is a long way away, so anything is possible, right?
Anything is possible.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations. You have a great smile. You really do. And we're so glad you're here, and Megan's going to come back with me in the next break. What does it take, though, to be a school standout? Well, in a way, that's what you'll be telling us as this new Fox 11 station initiative rolls out over the next few weeks. Megan has been telling you stories she's already found on her own.
Just 4 years ago, Ozzy was living in Mexico, not knowing what the future had in store for him. But today, this 18-year-old is on his way to Harvard University.
My hands were shaking. Honestly, I was shivering for like the entire time. It was unbelievable.
She actually was diagnosed with cancer, like a brain tumor, and was given a 5% chance to live.
Unlike most kids her age, Christina had to deal with the unthinkable. Her mom might die. And it was during this very difficult time that Christina was introduced to Walk with Sally, a nonprofit that provides mentors and support to children who have a family member going through cancer. The program changed Christina's life so much that she is now a junior mentor, helping other kids going through similar situations.
Again, if you want to nominate someone as a school standout, go to fox11schoolstandouts.com. Just click on the nominations link and fill out the form. We'll see you on the other side of the break. We're talking today about school standouts, not just students, but also teachers, administrators. I want to tell you about a guy right now who has a couple of titles. He's a teacher, but he was also named the LAUSD's Teacher of the Year for 2018.
Coming at you, hoping that demystified it.
Thank you, Victoria.
My name is Joseph Sekolah. I'm an English and Avid teacher at Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies, SOSIS, and I want my students to go out there and change the world.
He's loud. He's fun.
That's why we use the Nerf ball.
And boy, does he care. How would you guys describe Z?
Passionate. Loud.
AP English high school teacher Joseph Sekolah is a really passionate guy. And without a doubt, he absolutely loves what he does.
What was the last Socratic you did?
The energy in Z's class is contagious. He engages his students on a very personal level and pushes them hard, but he does it with a whole lot of love and unwavering support.
If I'm going to ask them to work as hard as I ask them, and I ask them to work really hard, then I need to open up and show them who I am.
Mr. Sekolah is passionate and caring and crazy about his work and his students.
I want to thank him for all that he has done and how much he has pushed me, because I think it has definitely made me a better person.
And let's say hello to Joseph Sekolah, an English teacher at the Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies, Dr. Dashell Byrd, principal of George Washington Preparatory High School, and again, Fox 11's Megan Colorasi.
I just can't leave you.
I don't want you to. I want you to stay right there. Look, Joseph, what is it to you to be named a Fox 11 School Standout?
It was completely unexpected. It was something that you usually don't. I mean, Teacher of the Year award is something that happens once. It was the end of the term. It was so wonderful to see what the students said to Megan, to watch that expression. It's something I'm going to have for my whole life. It's something I'm going to show to my son. It makes me feel very validated to see.
I got an impression from Megan's story that you really engage with your students in a way a lot of teachers don't necessarily do.
The connection means everything to me. The genuine, meaningful connection. You know, just last week I had a cup of coffee with them. We were talking about some things with their college futures. It's very important for me to be involved in their lives. It's what makes my job fun.
Megan, you had a thought too.
No,
right?
but you know what he does at the end of every class? He really quickly goes, "I love you," to the whole class every single day, and those kids love him. And I just was shocked about how quiet the classroom was, how engaged they were with him, and how much they love him. I mean, being a teacher's tough, but really opening yourself and showing how vulnerable you are, that's what Joseph Sekolah does. He opens himself up so they can open themselves up.
So I think at the end of this class, I'm going to have to say I love you to all of you, but I want to share another one of Megan's school standouts, a young man from Dr. Byrd School, George Washington Prep. Meet Damian Lester.
If you walk on it, it's almost like walking on the heart of the school spirit.
Once a general, always a general is the motto at GW Prep, and Damian is proving he's the man to lead the charge. Because Damian is also this year's valedictorian, something he didn't even believe.
From 9th to 11th grade, I was just doing as much as I could to really just get the straight A's. I didn't really think too much about the number one thing. And then, I went over to my counselor for something completely unrelated. She said, by the way, you're number one in your graduation class, right? I'm like, really? I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
I want to ask you a question, Dr. Byrd. I think a lot of people probably don't think about students and teachers that stand out. You go to school every day. You go in the morning. You get out in the afternoon. You sit in class. You throw spitballs at somebody. This idea of honoring people that have done something special. There's a lot of special in the schools, isn't there?
Yes, there's a lot of special in the schools, but just taking time out to even honor one, it helps to magnify many.
What was the impact on Damian? He's in your school.
He's in my school. It has really transformed his life. A lot of community and outreach to support him and to really continue to cheer him on in his college endeavor. He'll be attending UC Davis in the fall.
Megan, I think one of the things that was interesting to me was the fact that he didn't realize when he found out he was a valedictorian.
He was so shocked. He was so shocked about that. And the fact is, he is a leader on campus. But the minute you walk into GW Prep and you see the W, which I know not to stand on, Dr. Byrd, she walks around. She was, walkie-talkie. She's talking to the kids. She's engaging kids. And around her school, she has banners of her seniors and where they're going to college. She honors her kids. And it was a privilege to walk there because I'm the outsider coming in. And it's just pure joy. And Damian, I have a soft spot for Damian. Yes. And I'm so proud of him. And he's going to Cal Country. He's going to UC Davis,
Yeah.
and he goes, he's got this.
So you're proud of him and what he's accomplished and what we saw in that story.
Yes, very much so. I'm a proud General alum, so I want to make sure all my students have the same opportunities to be able to be successful. And so any way that we can just continue to highlight and showcase them in any capacity, because they do a lot of great things.
But you guys do things in the schools to help showcase students that have gone above and beyond, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what do you do at your school?
So we've got banners. It's an old school with breezeways, and there are pillars in each breezeway. Each pillar has a school name and students' names to go around it for the students who are going there. So as you're walking, you just look up and you're seeing school.
I'm learning a lot today. Maybe I need to put pillars around here with everybody's name.
But here's the thing, it's about affirmation. You affirm your students. You affirm your students. You make them, because it's back in the day, it'd be teacher, student. That's it. Principal, student. We don't talk. It was scary to go to the principal's office. Open door policy for both these administrators, both the teacher and the administrator.
I'm going to affirm all of you because I think you're great, and I really appreciate your being here. In the search for excellence, there are poignant moments, special and memorable ones. Here's more of Megan's search for School Standouts.
It's taught me that hard work and perseverance is the way to go.
It's that grit that helped him raise $5,000 to bring 200 backpacks filled with school supplies to needy kids in Mexico for his Eagle Scout project, a journey he will never forget.
I learned that a lot of stuff in America we take for granted, like little things like pencils, erasers, crayons that these kids were thrilled about, kids in America would just toss aside. And I think that we need to appreciate what we have here.
I could have had this my whole life and never knew it.
So now Allie and her mom are on a mission to help others by volunteering with Heartfelt. And they also wanted to thank Gail, because if it wasn't for her, their lives could have been much, much different.
Hi, Mama.
There are poignant moments. Once more, if you want to nominate a teacher, a student, or anyone connected to a school as one of our standouts, go to fox11schoolstandouts.com, click on the nominations link, and fill out the form. We'll be back after the break. You can hear more of our conversation on Fox 11 School Standouts on my podcast, What the Hell, right? Everybody, what the hell? Thank you very much. It's available on iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get podcasts, and also on whatthehellpodcast.com. Megan, you have done one hell of a job. I'm sorry. You have done one heck of a job, and you brought forward some special stories, and I know you're going to continue doing that. And what's sort of the bottom line to you?
The bottom line is we need to highlight the positivity in our community. And I look around this room, and when I see those pieces, that's the Fox 11 yearbook. And these standouts are making a change in our community. And it only gets better for these people. And they go out in the community, whether they live here or someplace else. And they're doing good. They're like my children. Yeah. And this is an honor to do this here.
You know, I want to thank everybody that joined us. You guys have incredible stories. You're the beginning of an incredible project. And we're very excited about what's going on here. If you want to submit the name of somebody for our School Standout, what you can do is go to, what's the site again?
It's, you go to Fox LA, but you go to Fox 11 School Standouts and click nominations and fill it out.
And there you go. And thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
He says, I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you all.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you.
Love you.